Do you want an organized budget for 2025? If you said yes, this video is for you, and I'm going to show you how to break down those categories into subcategories for your budget. We are going to be organized for 2025 and know which categories that we need to make sure that we budget for. So if that is something that you are interested in, make sure you subscribe to this channel, as well as make sure you stick around and watch this video. Guys, I'm going to actually be showing you with my actual budget categories for 2025 how you can go ahead and break down yours into subcategories. It may be overwhelming if you have everything just lumped into one category. So you want to make sure that you break it down, which is much more manageable. And that way you can see exactly what it is that you need, and you can start preparing to know how much that you need to put aside for each subcategory under the big category. What I'm going to do first is go ahead and start setting up my categories up here. As you can see, I've already started color coding or just kind of highlighting, giving a little pizzazz and jazz to the paper. But I have about 10 to 12 that I'm going to be budgeting for 2025. They're not all the categories that I'm budgeting for, but they are the main ones that I know, hey, these things are coming up in the near future, either for 2025 and or after. So I need to get a jump head start on saving for these things. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and then I'll come back with you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. So I have set up here the main categories that I'm going to need to save for 2025 and a little bit beyond. We have home, utilities, food, car, household, business, personal. I apologize for the dark gray color. I'll use the light gray next time. Vacation, which is also a little bit dark. Savings, back to school, appliances, and furniture. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to break down these categories into subcategories or smaller categories, bite-sized pieces. This is where you can have your cash envelopes that will help you in order to save for these subcategories. You can have your cash envelopes be digital, or they can be monetary, where you're actually stuffing the cash envelopes with actual cash and or prop money if you choose to go ahead and have the money in the bank. I have done a whole entire video talking about cash stuffing and how that benefits you and what is cash stuffing. So make sure that you check out that video. It will be in the description box, as well as it is on my playlist. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and put down for home is there's a couple of things. We have property tax, because now we're responsible for paying that ourselves, property insurance, as well as the home repair. So these are things that I am going to be making sure that I save. And I just realized that I duplicated property and homeowners insurance. We'll go ahead and keep that on there. I can always wipe this out later and put something else on here that needs to be here. But these are the main things that we are needing to save for our home for 2025. Which reminds me that I actually need to pay my property tax this month before the end of the month. My property insurance or my homeowner's insurance isn't due until around February timeframe. So I have time for that. But you want to make sure that you start some cash envelopes or sinking funds or purpose funds, as they are called, in order to make sure that you're saving up to that time. And that's with all of these funds right here. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and talk about is my utilities for the year. Wi-Fi, water, electric, cell phone, or phones, I should say, and also security. Now, you may not want to put phones up under utilities, but I do, because it all comes out of our joint checking account where all of the bills are paid every single month. Next, we have food, and that will be groceries for me, eating out, as well as I'm adding one in here that I normally would not, and that would be holiday. So you know how every single year there's plenty of holidays that come up. We got 4th of July, we've got Labor Day, we have Memorial Day, we have Christmas, as well as Thanksgiving, all of the holidays. And a lot of times we don't think about budgeting for food, drinks, those extra expenses that we may need for those particular holidays. So I want to make sure that I'm putting a little bit to the side each and every month for the specific holidays that come up, so that when those holidays roll around, I will actually have the money put away so that I can go ahead and have this already set aside. And also, this alleviates it coming out of the regular food and grocery budget. Next, we have car, we have maintenance, because we got to make sure that the car is up and running. We have gasoline. And this is a variable expense that will fluctuate each and every month. This one is a new one. It is new car insurance for the cars that we have now, deductible, and repairs. Getting a little running out of room here. So these are two that are going to be implemented. So if you have a deductible of 250, 500, 1000, you want to start going ahead and putting that money aside little by little so that if something were to happen, of course we don't want anything to happen, but if something were to happen, you have the money already set aside for your deductible. I also put on here new car because that's something that I'm starting to save up for. There's nothing wrong with my car right now. I have a 2011 Honda Civic. She is running just fine. I just keep the maintenance up on her, but I am looking at getting something else because either my car or my husband's car will be given over to my son when he gets ready to start driving fully. Right now, he's in the learning stages of it, so he's not driving at all. We will take him out to drive with him, but nothing full time just yet. But I want to start saving up for that because we know that it could be kind of expensive. And also, we're looking at getting a cash car for him. So, nothing that's brand new, but new to us car. Next, we have household. And I'm also going to put on here maintenance for the household, renovations, because that's something that we have talked about for quite some time, doing to our house, basically renovating it, monthly goods. So we have the toilet paper, we have the cleaning supplies, paper towels, trash bags, all of those things that we may need, laundry detergent, different services. So one of the things that I want to get done is the air duct cleaning or the air vent cleaning. It makes a world of difference in the air quality that you are breathing inside of your home. So that is something that I want to go ahead and start saving for as well for household. Next, we have business. So we have taxes, P.O. box, subscriptions, because I do have a few of them. Having a hard time writing today, guys. Equipment, and then also website. So these things I have already been saving for, but I know that I want to make sure that I have some money set aside for that. Taxes I have not been saving for, but I should be receiving my first YouTube check either in January or February because I'm almost at the minimum amount that's needed in order for YouTube to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and pay you, which is $100. So thank you guys so much for all of you all that have been watching my videos, watching the ads, sharing my content with other individuals, and just supporting me ever since from way back. Not even just when I got monetized, but from very, very far from a long time ago. I really appreciate you guys and you all watching my videos and sharing the content. It means a lot to me. Next, we're going to move on to personal. And these are some of the things that I'm breaking down in the subcategories for personal that I need to budget for, which is going to be clothing. We have health. We have self-care, because you all know how much I've talked about this over the last 2024 year as well as 2023. And then we also have, I want to put travel and business in here, but I'm going to leave that as a separate category that I'm going to need to write down here. So let's go ahead and get a marker so that we can mark a separate category for travel and business. And I'll talk about that, what that looks like. For vacations, because you guys know that self-care vacations are my thing. I take at least 1 or 2 per year. Normally it's during the summertime and maybe like around my birthday, which I'm actually looking at seeing what can I do for my birthday this year. We will be off from my job from the 18th through the 21st. I had no idea until I looked at the calendar last night. And the 21st of April, that's when it is my birthday. So I want to make sure that I plan something and probably going somewhere where it's not too hot and really like not too cold. I need some good temperatures right about now. So for vacation, it will be lodging, transportation, more than likely Uber, or if I rent a vehicle, we have airfare, entertainment, and food. Moving on to savings. This is where I'm talking about the Forever Fund. Now, if you're not familiar with what the Forever Fund is, that I have nicknamed, the Forever Fund is the emergency fund. That is what I call it, because I always feel like you're forever funding this fund. Okay. There's no ending or stopping point to it. You will forever be putting some money towards this, because at some point in time, this fund will get depleted, or you'll have to take some money out of it for whatever reason that it is. I'll be talking about in a video coming up why I am having to dip into our emergency fund for something that is coming up here in the month of December. So I will be sharing that with you guys. But that's something that is a priority for me for 2025, along with the other categories here of something that needs to be funded. You don't have to put a whole lot of money in here all at one time, but if you just consistently put money in, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, and or if you get paid once a month like I do, putting something away in here so that it can build up and so that you have the money when you need it, and preferably in a high yield savings account. This is not one that I would advise that you put in a cash envelope. Put it in a high yield savings account while those interest rates are still high. We're hovering around 4% for the high yield savings account, maybe a little bit more depending on who the company is that you're with, but that money can still work for you and grow to your benefit. Next, we have back to school. Some of the things that I'm saving for there is clothing, any supplies that the boys need, because I do have two children. One is in 10th grade and the other one is in second grade. So tutoring if needed. Normally the teachers will do that. Sports, any miscellaneous things that may come up, and also fees. Also, with the back to school, I am going to start saving for my son's 11th and 12th grade year, because I know that there's prom and there's all types of these events and things that they want to do. So I want to start saving up for that as well, but that would be a separate category. And I'll talk about that in a separate video. Next, we have appliances, because basically all of the appliances that we have, for the most part, will need to be replaced soon. So starting to save up for appliances. I already have an envelope for that, where I have started saving for appliances, maybe putting like $50 away every single month, because I know that our dryer is probably going to go out at some point in time. We will need to get a new fridge, as well as something also that I want to get is a deep freezer. Doesn't have to be big, but something that can hold a whole lot of meat products and vegetables and just things that we want to store away that we can't really do right now in our regular freezer. Next, we have furniture, and that's going to be for new couches. The ones we have now, they are holding up, but that is all. They are just holding up. And we're also saving up for a dining room table with new chairs. We recently bought a new bed, and let me tell you, it makes a difference. The back support, the bed support that you have. I didn't realize how much we were like suffering until we got the new bed. Yes, they are expensive, but you really cannot go wrong with a quality bed. It makes all of the difference, especially for your health. So next, and the last thing that we have here is travel business. So if you did not know, I went to FinCon this year in Atlanta, Georgia. I had a wonderful time. I was able to meet other individuals in the financial space. All of them were not YouTube content creators. Some were business coaches. Some had their own businesses, such as podcasts, financial teaching, financial therapists. So it was really good to be in a space where others were there and they were sharing their content and their information with us. Next year, I will be going to FinCon again. It will be in Portland, Oregon. So I've already purchased my pass because it was on a deep discount when I left FinCon. And they had it on sale for a number of weeks. So I will be going to Portland, Oregon. So some things that I know I'll need to start looking at as far as that business expense, as well as I'm also looking at one other conference, but I haven't seen any details on it just yet. And they offer it as well every single year. But lodging, transportation, airfare, and my pen is running out. This is one of my favorite pens right here, Sharpie S Gel pen. I need to get some more of these. I don't even know where I got that one from. But airfare, so let's just rewrite this over. It doesn't write as dark as the other one, but that's okay. Airfare, food, and I'm also going to put on here spending money, just in case if I want to purchase some things while I'm at the conference, or the conferences, I should say. So there you have it, guys. This is the 2025 budget categories that I have for myself that I am looking at funding next year, 2025. And of course, everything won't be funded in 2025. So I will have to carry some things over into 2026 and beyond. But this gives me a good snapshot of all of the categories and how I'm breaking them down and what exactly that I need to save for. Because it's so important to break them down so that you're not feeling overwhelmed with the amount of things that you have. There are some other categories on here that, like I stated, that I did not show, such as my boys category. And that's where I'm putting things and money for them, such as if they need clothing, if they need new shoes, chore money, things like that. So there are other categories. I did not put them on here, but these are the main priority categories and the ones that I want to focus on for 2025. So hopefully this helps you to break yours down. If you would like this sheet right here, you can always go to the Budget Mom Paycheck to Paycheck, her website. Also, if you have purchased the Budget Mom's Paycheck to Paycheck Workbook, this is one of the sheets that's in there. This is the one that I received when I purchased the digital download of it, but I'm also told that you can go to her free resource library on her website, the Budget Mom, and download this for free. So if you don't want to, or you can't see this one on the website, feel free to create one yourself in Canva or Google Docs. So you don't even have to have this. You can have a notebook and pencil and start breaking it down so that you can see what it is that you want to budget for 2025. Hope this video helps you all. And if you found some type of value in this content, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, as well as give this video a big thumbs up and a like, as well as share this video with someone. We want to make sure that everyone is informed going into 2025. Until the next video, guys, bye.